I had assumed that as long as the market was held within the walls of the priory, and the taxes supported the construction of our cathedral, Kingsbridge would need no market license. I had made a foolish mistake. Now I had no option but to call on King Stephen for help. And as Aliena suggested, I joined the knights on their way north to Lincoln. More and more men joined our group. Most of them had no horses and no weapons to speak of. As King Stephen prepared for his final battle against Robert of Gloucester, he had ordered all able men of his earldoms to fight in the north. Then, at nightfall, our group reached a large camp of Stephen's men.
I don't know about Follett, but if this was me, I probably wouldn't be able to sleep on a night like this.
Many men asked me to pray with them. They were husbands, fathers, and children about to fight in a war that most of them did not understand. It was then that I witnessed Aliena's brother Richard shouting at a man. The man was in tears, saying he did not want to fight and begging to be allowed to go home.
We haven't backed down so far. Let's give Richard a nice lesson.
I told Richard to have pity. Full of anger, he told me that he would hang deserters himself if need be. Then the man interrupted us by shouting infamities about Robert of Gloucester and started to laugh. Richard and his knights joined in and began to cheer for the king. Richard seemed to me just as desperate as the young man, but he did not know it. His temper would not make him a just earl, I thought. But again, I hoped to see a cruel man win his battles, only to defeat a man more cruel than him, William Hamley. After a long first day on my way to Lincoln, I found a place to rest. I fell asleep soon and dreamed about soldiers. But these soldiers were not on their way to Lincoln. They had come up the twisting hillside path to our little hamlet in North Wales. My brother Francis and I had tried to outrun them and to warn my parents. But as always when I had this dream, we were too late. King Henry's men had killed Mam and Da. Abbot Peter came to take us in, just as it had happened so long ago. But this time, in my dream, something was different. I was 6 years old then, and Abbot Peter had not yet taught us about God. But still, I asked the monk the question, why did God do that? I had said that. It had been my voice answering the child. It was me. I was responsible for the fate of these children, Richard and Aliena. As I tried to calm them, I realized the blood of their father was still on my hands. I awoke with a start. It was as if my dream had not been a warning, but a reminder. I had sinned, and I had to atone for my sins. I prayed that I would be able to help those that had already suffered by my hand, and all of Kingsbridge. After what felt like an eternity, the sun rose and we continued on our way to Lincoln. As we moved, I remembered hearing that Bishop Waleran had been to Rome, and William had fought in the Holy Land. I told myself that King Stephen would eventually see these men for what they really were. He had to. And I tried to convince myself that God would make things right.
You are late. Is it done?
Yes, my bishop. Their builder is dead.
What about the saint?
I couldn't get into their crypt unseen.
You disappoint me again, Timothy.
Please, when did I ever fail you before today, Right Reverend?
Regan Hamley is alive.
She didn't.
No. Your poison has left her in a deep sleep. When the time is right, I will send our Earl of Shiring to finish what I asked of you. Kingsbridge will fall.
Hurry up, my friend. Or do you not want to see our king after all?
I fear I must.
Then let's not waste more time. Come on, Philip.
I'd rather just waste some time right now. We have moved on from a fiction environment, and we are currently in a historical environment. We are currently in Lincoln, as you can see in the top left, and we are about to go through the Battle of Lincoln, surprisingly enough, and this was a real life battle. Anyone au fait with the knowledge of 12th century English history, you all know what's going to happen here. And now we are on to more historical events. We are currently in a period called the Anarchy, which was a succession war triggered by the death of Henry I. And Henry I did have a legitimate son who died on the White Ship disaster. And this is where the story was meant to start, but they haven't really touched upon it. Maybe they will at some point soon. It's worth reading up on, especially if you want to know more about this period of time. And King Stephen, surprisingly enough, is actually French, although he doesn't sound it. He is also known as, if you're French, I apologise, but he was also known as Stephen of Blois. I think that's spelt, well, yeah, B-O-I-S. And it's mainly between him and Empress Maud, who we have heard about, but we haven't seen. Now, before we move on, I do have one point of contention. Philip. He is meant to be Welsh, and he does not sound very Welsh. And Gwynedd is an incorrect pronunciation. It's been bugging me since the start. I mean, in English, it should be pronounced Gwynedd. But again, please forgive me if you're Welsh. I believe the actual correct pronunciation is Gwynedd. Anyway, let's move on and look around. I apologise for my ramblings. Earl Robert of Gloucester is Empress Maud's half-brother.
Better not get too close.
Aha, we have our Bible back.
And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. But who oppresses whom, my lord?
My mother and my brother were born in Lincoln, and I have a lot of family in Lincoln. I myself was born near Aylesbury, which is quite a distance away.
Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Were they all sinners, Lord? Each and every one of them?
I thought we could examine the scenery a bit more, but never mind.
Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me, and where is the place of my rest? Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
The slow man loses more than his righteousness in battle, Philip.
How can you just stand here in the face of your enemy?
If they wanted to shoot me, they'd have done it a month ago.
Where do we find King Stephen?
Who's asking?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
I've heard of you.
Good things, I hope.
Maybe. You can go inside the cathedral.
Where are all the knights and soldiers?
I should go first.
But this is a house of God.
Only 2 more days.
If they know what's good for them, they'll surrender.
I'd be disappointed if Maud would give up so easily.
My king! You have my sword!
Good! Who is that?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
Him. Now, what about those archers out there?
Ah, Sir Richard, you made it.
Had a monk to look after.
You should visit our enemies, father. They should be praying, for we'll cut their heads off.
Yeah.
Hear, hear.
I must apologise. My spelling of bois was incorrect. It is actually B-L-O-I-S. Out of all the notes that I made, that is one that I forgot to make. Never mind. It's corrected now. Let's move on. I honestly believe that it was William who poisoned his own parents. But from the sounds of it, he is part of the plot, as Warren said that he is going to send the new Earl of Shiring to finish the job. And William is the Earl of Shiring currently.
I will spare myself the malice and infamy.
Father, I'm afraid.
Come now. What are you afraid of?
I own a mill. I built it myself. The only thing I was ever good at. I will die if I have to fight.
God is with you.
Then why doesn't God help me now? I can't go out there. I can't.
I would like to tell him to hide in a church, but we must inspire hope and be a patriot and all that malarkey.
You must not run. You would be hanged.
But I don't know if I can do it.
You must.
When we go to battle, will you pray for me, Father?
Of course. Of course I will.
Wow, that's rude. Oh, okay then.
Christ drove the moneylenders out of the temple. But here the king's horses defecate on hallowed ground. This is not right. He was on a crusade and took lives in the name of the Lord. Why does the Lord not reject the sacrifices of men like him? Why? Jesus said to him, "Put your sword back into its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword." This man neither has a sword nor a choice. Must he die then because he is forced to kill? If the Lord is with them, why then do they need to protect themselves? The bishop does not need my help.
I think that the king has more important things on his mind. More important than our market, but we must try.
Mercy and truth preserve the king, and his throne is upholden by mercy. Is it now?
There's no two ways about it. I have to go out there myself to see what's going on.
My king, Ranulph's archers are only waiting for you.
They know they'll be at my mercy once I've dealt with Robert the Bastard and Ranulph the traitor. I doubt they dare shoot me.
Stephen, be reasonable.
Henry, will the church for once shut up? We are at war. Wonderful. Now, I will go out there without getting shot in the head. I must know why they posted the archers up there today. Just for once, use your brain. Think.
Yes, my king.
Yeah, why not? What do we have to lose?
My king?
You? What are you doing here? Have you come to atone for having your monks write that heretical book?
No, my bishop.
So you continue to doubt your bishops, your pope.
Henry.
How dare you show your face here?
Henry! I told you I am not to be disturbed.
This monk should be thrown into a cell. Maybe then he will see reason.
What? Because he doubts your miracles? I have to admit, having someone walk over red-hot plowshares, or putting his hand in boiling water to prove he's innocent, is entertaining. I give you that.
Stephen!
But the monk is right, of course. There is a tendency that your miracles conveniently happen when the Church needs them most. Whoever believes that to be a coincidence, or miraculous, deserves no place at my table. Philip the Prior. I remember you. I will make sure my brother won't arrest you. But I don't have time for you just now. Unless you have a solution for my problem. There are archers outside, probably looking forward to killing me. But I have to see what's going on out there with my own eyes, without getting shot. If you don't have a solution for my problem, do not disturb us. We shall talk later.
Why can't he just look out the windows? Although the door is facing this way towards the castle.
A shield could surely stop an arrow.
Well, that was easy.
They are already praying for Stephen, but I doubt that's the solution he's looking for. No.
All right, fair enough.
I doubt he would know the answer. What would be the safest way to face an archer?
Are you thinking of joining us in battle?
He's finally become one of us.
Never mind. If Stephen were to ride on a horse, he would probably make an even better target.
You could always dress as a horse. Maybe some elaborate costume. Stephen in the front, Philip in the back.
Our king's advisors believe it would be dangerous for him to stand out here in front of the archers.
They're right.
They are?
Don't worry. They won't waste their arrows on monks and peasants. But the king would definitely be a tempting target. Would end the war in the blink of an eye. I wouldn't hesitate to shoot the bastard of Gloucester either.
He said monk or peasant. And we can walk around here safely, so why not just trade clothes with the king? We could always ask these guys.
The men on top of the wall all carry bow and arrow. They are watching the cathedral closely, as if they were waiting for something. But for what? Maybe it will help the king if I tell him what I saw. My king, I would like to tell you what I saw outside. Maybe then you will not have to put your own life at risk.
Tell us what you saw, monk.
What did you see?
Archers. They were waiting for something.
For our king, of course.
No. No. There's more to it. What else did you observe?
Nothing more, my king.
Oh, that's not enough. I have to see them with my own eyes.
Using a shield would make the king more of a target. They have something to aim for. Maybe the best option would be to dress like a peasant.
If you were to dress like a poor man, not like a king or a soldier, the archers might not shoot at you.
This is highly inappropriate, Philip of Gwynedd.
It is. But he's right. Robert's a bastard, but his men are not without honor. I may try it. A good idea. You are Welsh, aren't you?
Yes, my king.
The Welsh are moving against me as we speak. They call themselves kings over there. Did you know that?
I do. I was born in the kingdom of Gwynedd.
Barbarian kings. Robert of Gloucester did well to enlist them for his cause. I remember how, when we first met, you told me you were worried about Robert of Gloucester. You saw it. I saw it. But no one else at this table did. Now he'll arrive in 2 days' time to fight us. Tell me, Philip, why have you come all the way from Kingsbridge to see me?
Now, I've heard the bishop and Philip say Gwynedd, but I swear blind in the first few chapters it was pronounced Gwynedd.
The Earl of Shiring, William Hamley, broke the pact I had made with his parents and you, my king. He stopped supporting our cathedral with stone and timber.
And why is that?
Because I made a great mistake. I have conducted a market without a license.
Is that so?
It was my fault. I thought the church did not need a license.
Did you hear that, Henry?
Yes, my brother.
My brother makes that same mistake all too often. William Hamley had the right to punish you, and he is a loyal friend of mine.
Yes, my king.
But I consider you a friend as well. I hereby grant you the same market rights as Shiring. It would be a shame if you didn't finish your cathedral.
Thank you. Thank you, my king.
What's going on out there?
Of course. That's why all those archers are up there. Robert of Gloucester is not attacking in 2 days. He's attacking today.
To arms! It's an ambush. Do not use the front entrance. They knew that would draw us out. I need my horse.
As Stephen and his men went to face the approaching army, his brother, Bishop Henry, urged me up to the top of the cathedral. His fear had made him forget about our dispute. I had never been that high up.
Pray with me, Philip. Pray that Stephen will win, so this war can end.
I closed my eyes to pray. And I forgot about Kingsbridge, and the market, and what I wanted. I simply prayed for peace. And as I did, I realized that ever since the dream about my parents, I had not prayed. What if, as in the dream, my prayers would not be heard now? I begged the Lord to make me see. To make me see that he was there.
Philip, look!
I was too far away to understand what was happening.
Robert's men! They're winning! Stephen is lost!
It felt like the world was spinning under my feet. I was afraid that I would fall. I closed my eyes. And then I saw.
They're breaking through the church doors!
Oh, hi there.
Where are the women?
And then I knew it was us. Only us. No devil to harm us. No God to protect us. Only us.
Philip was gone for 2 weeks. We had no idea what had happened to him. To be true, we had other things on our mind. Ali and I.
Are you sure we're alone?
Right now, there's only you and me.
Look at that.
Told you.
I hope Philip and Richard are all right.
Me too.
Say, Jack, have you read our book?
What about you? What did you think?
Well, I thought you said good stuff.
No, this is Philip's fault. If all this falls apart because he set up an illegal market, he alone will be responsible.
I have faith in him, and so should you. Who else could save Kingsbridge if not him?
Do you still remember the text?
Well, do you?
Well...
Who do we start with? Jack asked first, but he is the more irresponsible one. Maybe we should test his knowledge. And I like how they go to the most highest place in Kingsbridge and the most open place in Kingsbridge to have a secret tryst.
I think I remember one part.
Oh? And which one was that?
Before me, she stood, her clothing set aside, no flaw to be found in all her body.
All clothing was set aside?
All of it.
And there was no flaw?
No flaw at all.
Oh, his shoulders and his arms I saw and I caressed. And then his chest, a form made to be felt and touched.
Careful there.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Don't be. How flat her belly beneath her slender waist. Her flanks, what form. What perfect thighs.
Yours are remarkable as well.
That's not how the text goes.
Is it not?
Maybe it is.
Why recall each aspect? Nothing that I saw lacked perfection. As I hugged my naked body close to his.
Ali,
Yes,
I love you.
I love you too. I always will.
Did you hear something?
No. It's only us, Jack. You and me.
It is us. Only us.
Hey! Philip the Prior! Monk!
Yes? How can we help?
That's better. Never let them see you weak. Stand tall.
Maybe they will give him a cup of tea and a light spanking, then let him go.
He never was a man of God. Now I think I know why.
What is there to look at, monk?
Why do you do all this?
Because I want to. No god, bloodline, or fate made me king. I took the throne. I chose to rule, and I chose to fight. And I'm not done yet.
Is it worth all these lives?
To best Maud? By God, yes. It's a game that I intend to win.
This book feels different now. Heaven is just in these pages. It's getting dark.
It's not the end of days.
Are you sure of that?
I'm not finished here yet. So yes, I'm sure.
If this is just a book, then what good could come from reading it? How many died?
What?
How many people died in the battle?
Too many. I even lost my horse. But Robert is not an animal. I'll give him that. Or we wouldn't be here.
They know more of the world than I do. What could I tell them? Richard!
Don't draw attention to yourself. Not when they have you in a cage. Not if you're the king.
Why am I in here?
You are with us, are you not?
I prayed for peace.
Peace is the wait between one battle and the next. You were right about William Hamley.
How so?
The moment the battle took a turn for the worse, he and his men switched sides. The Earl of Shiring is fighting for Maud now, and for Robert.
William Hamley is only fighting for himself, and for Bishop Waleran.
He's over there. Thank you.
Francis!
Oh, Philip.
Of course. You came with your master, Earl Robert, did you not?
Yes. When I heard from Bishop Henry that you were in Lincoln, I started looking. He thought you were dead.
Not yet. It is good to see you, brother.
Henry said you came because you need a market license.
Yes.
I think I know someone who can help. I'll have you released, and then we will go to Winchester. Just be patient for a moment.
What about you?
My loyals will make their moves. The game is not yet over.
If you want peace, if you want to save the lives of the innocent, you have to give up.
Never. That's the only thing I'm not good at.
Then there really is no hope.
So this is your brother? I have heard much about you, Prior. Your brother has supported our family for many years now. And we remember those who are loyal to us. Hereby I grant Kingsbridge the same market rights as Shiring.
The same rights?
The same.
Thank you, my queen.
Thank you.
The bloodline is restored. Not long, and my son will take his rightful place here on the throne.
All will be as it was. I will be a just king, as Grandfather Henry was.
Peace will be restored in England. Do you have anything else you wish to tell us, Prior?
No. Nothing.
Thank you, my queen.
Coward. So yes, we now have the same rights as Shiring. Well, market rights.